3 photographers, 1 country, many obstacles, 4 days, and 1 mission.
There it is!
Woo! We have just made it to Iceland. We have 3 days here to hit all of the best spots, and I want to take you with me. So because it's the winter time, we have about 4 hours of sunlight each day to really make it count, and we're gonna try and nail out all of these spots. So let's get started. Good morning, you guys. So we have all just piled into the car. We are driving from Vik through the Fjorur area. As you can see, it is pretty dark still. We're leaving at 5 a.m. and it's a 4.5 hour drive to this next area, so it's quite long. But the sun does not rise until 10:30 today, so we have quite a bit of time to make it to that sunrise location. So we have just pulled over. We haven't made it anywhere near our destination, but we have seen the northern lights. Check this out.
Have a look, that's the lights.
We got to see the northern lights on the way here, and that was so unexpected and so magical. But now we have just arrived to the Fjorur area. I'm probably butchering that, but we are buying tickets now to enter this, I think it's private area. So it is just about 10 o'clock in the morning and the sun hasn't even come up yet. It's still pretty dark outside. So one thing you really need to remember if you're planning your next trip to Iceland is that everything is super spread out, especially on the southern end. I thought we were going to be able to see all of the spots in one day, but that is just not possible. So I think we're hitting 4 great spots today, and I'm so excited.
I would go a little bit further.
We've just arrived to our first location in Iceland. It is called Stokksness. The sky is all pink. The sun is just about to come up. We're kind of waiting for that perfect light. But there's not many people here, probably because it's winter time, but it's so nice we have it all to ourselves. And there are these huge mountains behind me. Such a cool location. So a little fun fact we learned this morning about the beach is this black sand is actually magnetic. So if you're gonna fly a drone here, you definitely should not land in the sand or accidentally crash because it'll just destroy your drone.
We've got a cool film shot on the red chair that looks cool.
So we have driven about 20 minutes past where we just were, and we're at this spot with a big red chair. I'm not exactly sure the significance of this chair, but we're about to send the drones up because this is supposed to be a really beautiful spot from above.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met,
we found the Icelandic horses. They're so cute.
oh, this could be the best.
They're so pretty.
They're scary.
Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the corner.
Okay, we have to keep moving. We're almost out of light.
As it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh.
It's a bit difficult to walk down to the beach right now just because it is so icy and a little scary, but it is beautiful. So we have just arrived to Diamond Beach. This place seriously feels like it's out of a movie. So all of this ice that you see behind me is actually a part of a glacier that's just up there in the north, and it's melted down through the river and is now on this beach. So magical, so special, it does not feel real. So we were able to walk away like 5 minutes down the beach, and we have this entire area to ourselves. It is so cool. It doesn't even feel real. Alright, so we just drove for 4 hours back to our cabin. We are getting really excited because it looks like the northern lights are about to light up right above us. So we're actually using this app to track the northern lights, but I don't know much about it at all. So I'm gonna have Harrison tell you guys more about this. Harrison, how does this work?
So basically, the northern lights runs on a KP index, and if the KP is high, it means there's going to be northern lights. If it's low, there's like not as much probability. But on the off chance, sometimes even when it's low, it can pop off because it's like a natural phenomenon. So I think tonight it looks like we've got them. We can definitely see them. I reckon we go up here and then pull into. We can even pull in here.
Oh wait, I did it!
You did it. Right, go. Just be really careful. Woo!
So we have just got back from seeing the northern lights. That was so insane. I can't even explain it. Just a little fun tip for you guys. If you couldn't tell, my camera is definitely fogging up. If you're going to be coming inside and then back out again, you have to be really careful with your camera gear because all of that condensation will build up and then freeze, and it can really destroy your camera. So keep that in mind. We have been awake and moving for probably 16 hours now, so we are all exhausted. And we have another day filled with waterfalls and more exploring, so we are gonna get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We're getting ready to go exploring again, but I want to show you guys like what we're doing to prepare for it. I have my thermals on, it's like the base layer. I have my trusty ski pants. Despite it being like $20, it's really warm. And then you definitely need a second jacket for the wind. I have one pair of gloves. I'm probably gonna put on a second because it's actually freezing. And the boots. I think this is the most important part because the cold will like come up through your feet.
I can't believe I just said that. I've got a GoPro I could stick to the tire.
So we can actually see Seljalandsfoss right behind us, but there are so many people that we're not even gonna bother standing outside in the freezing cold. So we're sending the drones up from a distance to see what we can see. We've got two drones up. Behind me is what we are just calling the Sea Arch viewpoint. We can see the black sand beach, a really famous spot just over there as well. It's really quiet. We have this place pretty much to ourselves, probably because it is actually freezing outside. So I'm currently standing on the black sand beach, just about 10 minutes from where we just were. I don't think I've ever been on a beach that is actually frozen solid before, but my feet, like, the sand is not moving. It is just ice below me. This is definitely a spot that's very popular among tourists and photographers because there are hundreds of people over there. Josh is getting hit by a wave in the distance. Behind me is Skogafoss. It is the big, very touristy, very popular waterfall. Not surprisingly, there's a ton of people here. So we are gonna try and go really close to the waterfall to get some amazing shots. But the entire bottom of the waterfall is all ice. So a lot of people have chains on their shoes right now just to walk near the waterfall. So the closer you get to this waterfall, the more water you're feeling spray. And it is absolutely freezing, but it's so pretty.
Can you peel it off, or is it just totally frozen?
I think you can. It's so cold. The whole camera's frozen over, and my hair's frozen, and my jacket's frozen. We gotta go. That was too close. Let's go. So it is our last full day here. We woke up with terrible weather, so we're not sure what we can really see or do today. We have decided to stop at the very touristy plane wreck spot. We're hoping that since it's terrible weather, there won't be many other people there. But we're gonna get this bus. It's like $15, and we're gonna go see. I can't get all of this. We actually had the plane pretty much all to ourselves because it was pouring rain, but we're gonna explore and wait for the bus back now. It's looking really cool. And a good thing to remember if you're planning on visiting this plane crash site is that the bus only comes every 30 minutes. So if it is really cold outside, you're gonna have to wait for 30 minutes for that bus to come and pick you back up. We gotta make the bus. But I think he sees us.
I hope so.
So we are back at Seljalandsfoss. Because the weather is not so great today, there are so many less people than we saw when we drove past yesterday. So definitely keep that in mind. If the weather isn't amazing, those touristy spots will not be nearly as busy. It is crazy because when we drove past here yesterday, this entire waterfall and the surrounding area was covered in snow. And just 24 hours later and a slight degree change, there's hardly any snow left and all the ice that was hanging down is gone. It is crazy how different it is in just one day. I am currently at the airport, which means that our trip in Iceland has come to an end. I'm really sad to say it. I think this has been one of my favorite trips ever. So one last thing before I go, I just wanted to share with you guys some kind of different news. While we were driving back to our cabin yesterday, we saw a horrible car accident, and it's just a very good reminder to always invest in the safest and best cars when you're coming out to a place like this. You know, the roads are really slippery and icy, and I think safety above all else is always so important. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a little bit more about Iceland. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.
Best thing that I'll ever